Okay, good morning and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube. Iyun. Today we're analyzing Seches Orlah Perak Aleph Mishnah Vav. Mishnah Vav states, "Natiyah shel Orlah shel Kalaya Kerem shnisarva b'natiyos." Right, you have an Orlah tree. First 3 years of the tree, you know it's a tree of Orlah, but it got mixed in by accident. You forgot where it was in your orchard. You knew where it was, and then you forgot. Now it's mixed up in a big orchard of apple trees. The other apple trees are 7-year-old trees. This tree is a sapling. It's a new tree. Or kilaya kerem, or you had a vine which you knew was mixed, was grafted with, with wheat and barley, and it's obviously kilayim, but it got mixed up with other vines. You're not sure which one it is. Technically, the halacha is you're not supposed to go and take a grape or take an apple from that orchard or the vineyard. We'll see why in a second. Now, the simple explanation, according to the Rav Bartanura, if you did take it, you took a grape or you took an apple, so therefore it's batal 1 in 200, because you had Orlah and Kilayim are batal 1 in 200. So you had 200 non-Orlah trees, 1 Orlah tree, so therefore it's batal the fruit. Vavajli is kavan milk, however, you shouldn't kavana go. It's only if you did the evid, you plucked an apple. Well, you shouldn't pluck an apple l'chachila. He says you could. Why not? Why not? I mean, it's batal already. So what's the reason? We don't pass on Garius. What does it matter if you have kavanah or not? It was already batal. The fact that you lost track of this apple tree is already batal 1 in 200. So once it's batal, it's batal. So why can't even mechaven locate? And why be the evid only if you mlakat? You shouldn't be located. So therefore, I'm led to believe that it's a little different explanation. I think the Rambam seemingly says something like this. Where does the bittul occur by Orlah and Kilaya Kerem? 1 in 200. Where's the batal? What is the primary isser of Orlah? The primary isser of Orlah is the eating, all right? Is the eating. You're not supposed to eat fruit from the first 3 years of the tree. As I explained yesterday, because it doesn't taste as good as the 4th year, the 5th year, the 6th year. You don't want to ruin your experience from this tree. It's supposed to produce juicy fruit, and it's not producing juicy fruit such yet. So therefore, the isser is the achila, but it's b'shas achila, as opposed to, for example, let's say we're talking the previous Masechta Chala. The isser is the Gemar Lisha. That's where it becomes Chala, the Gemar Lisha. So I mentioned by Gemar Lisha, by Chala really is dependent on the borders of Eretz Yisrael. Trumas and Maisos, really the important point is their growth when they grow, because that's mitzvah tuli bars. It depends on the growth in the land of Eretz Yisrael. I explained by Chala, it depends on the physical action of Gemar Lisha, being the virtual borders, the Asiyas, the virtual borders of Israel. Therefore, even though normally we paskin lokish alasad lavo, by Chala we do paskin. Original cities like Beitar and Syria would be considered to be part of inside each other Chala. But by Orlah, the isser is the eating. The eating is the thing. So therefore, when harizol yilkot, you shouldn't be located one of these fruits from these apples from this orchard. The imlaka yala doesn't mean that it was batil. It means that after you picked it, and then the apple that you pick got mixed in with 200 apples of chulin. You need that second bittul, because the fact that I plucked the apple, okay, but Orlah is not no geya now. Orlah is only the geya when I eat the apple. So after I plucked it from the tree, that's not the important determining factor. It's when I'm about to eat it. So even after I pick it, it has to be batal. That's what I'm saying. That's what the Mishnah is adding, and that's why you can't be mechavin loko. The reason they made a gzeira, you can't be mechavin loko, is not because you might be mevatel isra achila coming up in the future, like the Rava Bartanura explains. It's because if I take from this orchard now, I might not have the bittul when I'm about to eat it of 1 in 200. Very likely I want to have a bittul of 1 in 200. I might come to eat an isra of Orlah over here, because there's no bittul of 1 in 200. Once I pluck the apple, right, it's not batal 1 in 200. It's a regular suffix. It's something the Reis al-Chumrah. So the Reis al-Chumrah, you have to be machmir. So you're not sure if it is. So you need another 1 in 200 before you eat it, and that's the chiddush over here. You need another 1 in 200 because the shat achila is Orlah, and that's why Orlah even applies in chutz la'aretz. It's a little different in chutz la'aretz, but even applies in America, in Spain, anywhere it applies, because the idea is the achila. Achila is not something which is mitzvah tuliyus ba'aretz. You can say mitzvah tuliyus ba'aretz when it comes to things that grow from the ground, where the determining factor is the growth. You can say mitzvah tulius ba'aretz when the determining factor is um, after I process it, and in the middle of processing something, because usually you process it in the land of Eretz Yisrael. But a lot of, when it comes to achila, everything is exported, right? A lot of fruits and vegetables are exported outside of Eretz Yisrael. So therefore, the Orlah, the determining factor is the achila. The achila very well could happen after it's exported to a different country. Therefore, achila applies, Orlah applies even outside of America, outside of Eretz Yisrael, America, whatever. It's a little different. We'll explain this going forward, but basically, even with the rice, it applies. It applies in Chutz La'aretz also. I hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.